This is Jared for Into Boxing. Delighted to be joined by Filip Hrgovic. Filip, first and foremost, how are we?
Everything good, man. Thank you.
Good, man. Like I said, next week, IBF final eliminator for the Heavyweight World Championship for yourself, fighting Zhang in Saudi Arabia. How's camp gone for it? All gone well?
Everything good. Yeah, I did great camp and no injuries. Everything perfect.
Brilliant. As I said, this fight was meant to take place back in May. It's now happening this next weekend. Obviously, Zhang had a replacement opponent for that show. Do you think that may have derailed him in his training camp for yourself, or are you expecting the best Zhang next weekend?
Yeah, I expect good fight. He's a good fighter. He's probably very motivated for this fight because it's his last chance. He's 40 years old and I expect good fight. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's an exciting time. Just to touch on the card you're fighting on, it's Oleksandr Usyk against Joshua, the rematch. Josh was obviously avenged a loss in the past in Saudi Arabia. You were also featured on that show. Just how special is it to be part of these big shows with Joshua in Saudi Arabia?
It's a great opportunity for me and big event. I'm fighting in Saudi Arabia for a second time and I'm glad to be part of that, and whole world will watching, and good chance for me that whole world see me.
Absolutely. So we're looking at your record here: 14 wins, 12 of those by knockout. We've seen in the past with some of Zhang's fights, he gets a bit tired towards the end or whatnot. Do you think you can get Zhang out of there, or do you think it'll be a long night where you can just outbox him over 12, or are you going to try and go for the knockout?
Yeah, I'll hope so. I'll knock him out. I will look for KO in later rounds. He's good first few rounds, but he's guessing out later, so I'll think I'll stop him in later rounds.
Absolutely. Going back then to the fight card, obviously Anthony Joshua, Oleksandr Usyk at the top of the bill. Massive rematch. Like we've said earlier as well, I just said it's an IBF final eliminator for yourself, so you would be in the firing line to face the winner. Who do you think will be the man you face? Who do you think wins out of the two at the top of the bill?
Well, I don't know who will win. We'll see, but it's gonna be a good fight. They're both great fighters and very motivated, and I give edge to Usyk because he won last fight, but I think Joshua will be better in this one. Then he'll give better performance than in the last fight. I think he wake up now.
Yeah. Do you think the change in his training team could play a big factor in this fight and could even give him a bit of an edge maybe over Usyk at all?
But yeah, definitely. I think it's more mental, more mental, that he need to get back to the basics and talk with himself and be old Joshua and wake up. But of course, new coach can teach him some new stuff and bring him focus on some important, stuff what he need to do. So I think it can help him and refresh him.
Absolutely. Now, going back to yourself, we've seen you adapting styles, etc. And say if you come through Zhang now next week, and obviously you have to face the winner, which style do you think would suit you better to fight against out of Joshua or Usyk if you were next to fight the winner of that one?
Which styles?
Yeah, which style would, we've seen Usyk's with the smaller man with the supreme boxing skills, as Joshua's got the power. Which one would you feel like you could expose more and do more of a job on from yourself?
I don't know. I'm ready. I think I'm ready for anyone. So whatever can come in front of me, I'm ready. So we'll see. There's of possible scenarios for me. So most important for me to win next fight and we'll see what's coming next.
Absolutely. So for yourself, obviously everyone's goal in boxing to be a world champion. So if you were to take on the winner here, would a fight with Tyson Fury, if you still got the WBC belt, interest you in the future?
Of course, I would like to fight with Fury. But like I said, there's a lot of possibilities and best years are yet to come for me. So I'll be here for next 5 or maybe 10 years. I'm just coming to my peak, and I'm looking forward to all these big fights.
Absolutely. Changing away a bit now from the heavyweight division, there's been a big announcement this week in boxing. Yourself, you're co-promoter with both Wasserman and Matchroom, and they've just put a big show together with Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. Have you got any say on that fight at all, like working with Chris at all?
Oh, it's a big fight. It's a great fight, especially for Great Britain. It's a legendary matchup there, and they fathers fought, and now their sons they're fighting, and it's a huge fight, and we'll see. Eubank is more experienced, but Ben is a big puncher, very dangerous guy. So it will be interesting fight.
Absolutely. Back to you then, Philip. Final prediction from yourself for next week for your fight with Zhang. You pretty set it's going to be a stoppage?
Yeah, I'm looking for stoppage, of course, and any chance what I see, I'll use to stop him. I have big power and fast hands, and if I connect, he going to sleep.
Fantastic. Filip Hrgovic, thank you so much for your time speaking to Into Boxing, and we wish you the best of luck for next Saturday night.
Thank you, man. All the best.